This is RJ. I'm from the Philippines. I just want to pay tribute to Don Wilson and the Ventures. I first met the Ventures in 1962 when they first performed here in the Philippines. That was 1 year before they even went to Japan. Don and Bob came over. They didn't have the drummer and they didn't have a bass player. My band, RJ and the Riots, was known as the Ventures of the Philippines. So my drummer, Bernie Evangelista, and my bass player, Alan Austria, performed with them in the biggest coliseum in the country. A great friendship was struck. Bob even spent his honeymoon here in the Philippines in our rest house in 1963. In 1964, I went to Los Angeles and recorded 4 songs with the Ventures backing me up. I stayed at Bob's house. Sometime in the 1990s, I visited Don in his house in Los Angeles. And here's a picture with Mel Taylor and Bob Ogle and myself. Here's another picture of that visit of mine, memorable visit in Los Angeles, in Don's house. In 2010, I produced a concert for them at the Dusitani Hotel here in the Philippines.
Okay, it is my great pleasure to invite somebody up on stage. I think you know who he is. However, I want you to know that I met him in 1962 when we came here to the Philippines and played the Araneta Coliseum. So we've known each other for quite some time, yeah. All right, and we'd like to get him up here to play a couple of Venture songs with us. Here he is, RJ.
2 years after, I produced another concert. And I jammed with them in the concert. That was the thrill of my life. Nobody can underestimate the influence of the Ventures, the impact that they had in the music of today. The Ventures then were the biggest album sellers next to the Beatles, selling over 100 million albums. Don with his fantastic rhythm guitar, and Bob with his bass playing and his lead guitar during the early years opened up the door to teenagers like me wanting to learn how to play guitar and wanting to play like the Ventures. The Ventures launched probably millions of bands. They made it accessible. They made your dream come true because you could access their playing easily. But it was not that simple. If you had to play it right, it was quite complicated. But it was accessible. I thank you, Don, Bob, and the Ventures for fulfilling the dreams of many guitar players. The Venture sound was original and it will last forever. In Japan, it's thought of also as medicinal and therapeutic. Instrumental music knows no barriers. There's no language barrier. Everybody can access them. Here's what I mean. This is Google. The music influenced countless artists, particularly guitarists like George Harrison, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eddie Van Halen, Jimmy Page, the Beach Boys, Carl Wilson, Jeff "Skunk" Baxter of Steely Dan and Doobie Brothers, Joe Perry of Aerosmith, John Fogerty of Creedence Clearwater Revival, Joe Walsh of the Eagles, had a Ventures cover band when he started, and many, many more. Many musicians owe the Ventures a debt of gratitude. They had an original sound that was unique and fresh. In the 2016 NAMM show, when my guitar company had a booth in the NAMM show, Don visited me and tried out this guitar. It's a super vintage RJ guitar, 5 guitars in one, has the sounds of Fender, Telecaster, Stratocaster, Les Paul, ES335, Fender and Gibson in one guitar. Don Wilson was the guest of honor of the NAMM show, and he jammed at the Marriott lobby next to the convention center. And he graciously invited me to jam with him. Jeff "Skunk" Baxter was also with us. Here's a short clip of that jam session.
My friend from the Philippines. He's got a booth here. He's got a brand new guitar, beautiful guitar. I played it today. And he's very well known, and he's probably the best guitar player in the Philippines.
So I bid farewell to Don Wilson, and I thank the Ventures, the other members, Bob Bogle, Mel Taylor, Jerry McGee, Noki Edwards, for being a blessing in the world of music and inspiring us to take up the guitar. And as a result, it enriched our lives.